I feel like I'm winning.
Waiting to get more than one book here. Hey, this is JC here at JC's Comics and More, your pop culture superstore, 6725 West Spencer Avenue, Toledo, Ohio, 43617, 419-531-6097. JC's Comics and More, Hotmail, and the Facebook link is in the description below. This is going to be, I'm going to splice this into video number 2 for the stack of the Spider-Mans, but these babies, some of these would have been in video 2 or 3, but some of these are going to be gone. Actually, I think this would have been in video 2, but you know, these are going out the door. I am very thankful. And there was a whole stack of other ones that he would have liked to, but he had to make hard choices. But these are no more. And when you watch the other video that's going to follow this, because this is going to be edited in, don't wait. There's people out there. Don't wait. You'd be like, oh man, don't wait. Tell him, don't wait.
Don't wait, because I'll be back.
He'll be back. These other ones he wants. He just, you know, as they say, you know, your eyes are bigger than your stomach. But I can relate. When I was in high school, I had a stack of books at a used bookstore that I wanted and couldn't buy them quick enough. I missed out on X-Men 2. I missed out on so much good stuff. This is making me relive. I'm having flashbacks to being back in high school in Fremont. And here's 2 others that are getting ready to go out the door. So I certainly like to thank him for his purchases. And there's still a lot more there. But boy, oh boy, you know, as I'm getting ready to try and do these videos, there's maybe I'll only do 1 more video, not 2 more if enough sell. But hopefully after this, I'll go into video number 2, and you get to see what's left, starting with issue 83. Hey, no, I have not made my second video yet. You're like, wait a second, at the end of the other video, you said you're going into the second video as well. I'm just selling this low-grade 46 here, and I certainly am very thankful for that selling. But I promise, well, I can't promise because I don't know. But after this video is over with, it should go into the second group of videos. Should go into. If not, I know somebody that works at... I think he works at Target. Yeah, that's it. You can give him a complaint form. Okay, I know what I said. We're still waiting, but this is now so too. So I'm still waiting to get to that stack. Hopefully, maybe, yes, perhaps, yes. I can't 100% guarantee, but this is gone now too. So we'll see if we can get to the rest of these. But yep, this is now gone in the car, and
you've got to travel like an hour to find good stores.
Well, you've come to a good store, and many people always tell me it's very overwhelming in here.
It's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing. But well, here we are. I am finally starting the second video. We've got Amazing Spider-Man 83. I don't know if I'm going to go in as much detail as the previous videos, but obviously you've seen that several comics have sold already. So we got 83, we've got an 84, just show the backs of those, and see if maybe we can just burn through just the rest of the stack here, or maybe it might still be 3 videos. We've got 84, and just very nice condition on the majority of these. I wish I could keep them for myself. But you got the Schemer and the Schemer's Secret. You got the Kingpin, and Spidey's all in a net. But that's issue 85. We've got issue 86. This is where the Black Widow got her new look. See if we can find. There she is. That John Romita Jr., John Romita Sr., John Romita. I should just call him just John Romita. At that point, he was just known as John Romita. Gave her this very sleek and spy type look. Oh, look, there's Gwen again. Peter's all bruised up and everything, and she's got questions for him. At issue 87, this is where he was He was had the flu or something at that time, and unmasked himself in front of everybody. And they thought he was just sick. He's trying to steal some stuff for Gwen because he feels bad that he can't give her the life that he wants to give her. But here he shows up. I'm Spider-Man. And MJ's there with Harry, and you got Captain Stacy with Gwen. And he ends up leaving, and they talk about when he was unmasked by Doc Ock. And everybody just pushed it off that he really wasn't Doc Ock. And Mary Jane actually sinks her claws into Gwen a little bit and tells her, "Wow, Gwendy, you can sure pick him. He's either a masked menace or a psycho case. Take your pick." And Gwen's like, "Shut up, no matter what he is, what he's done. Don't you dare talk about him like that." And she's like, "Okay, Tigress, he's all yours." And he's wandering, and then he finally puts his costume on and goes to the hospital. At issue 88, this began a great storyline with bringing Doc Ock back. Doc Ock was in prison, but he was able to mentally control and break his arms out. They thought the arms were helpless since Ock wasn't attached to them. That was their first mistake. He tries to get on a plane. You think he's killed off at the end, but obviously it takes a lot more to kill that, as we saw in the next issue. Doc Ock lives. Got Gil Kane. This was Gil Kane's first issue, drawing the web-spinning Spider-Man. Great stuff. And I do believe that John Romita, John was inking Gil's stuff. And then issue 90, the death of Captain Stacy. They kept it, if you look, you can tell it's Captain Stacy, but at first you might not be able to tell it was Captain Stacy. And at the end there, you found out that he knew that Peter was Spider-Man. And he tells him, "Hang on, Captain, hang on, I'll get you there in seconds." "No, my boy, it's hopeless. I beg you, stop. Let me down, you must. I have to talk to you, and there's so little time." "What is it, Captain? I'm listening." "It's Gwen. After I'm gone, there'll be no one to look after her, Peter, except you." "Peter, he called me Peter." "Be good to her, son. Be good to her. She loves you very much." You know who I am. You must have always known, but you never told. You never gave it away. Why must it happen? Why? First, I lost Uncle Ben those long years ago. Now, the second best friend I've ever had. Rest easy, sir, rest easy. I love Gwen, and I'll cherish her as long as I live. But what if she ever learns that you died because of me? Powerful stories, man. Always powerful stories. But, God, this is what made The Amazing Spider-Man certainly one of the best comics ever. Issue 91. You got issue 92. Gwen thinks that Spidey killed her father, and the Iceman goes after him. Then you've got, 93. No, I sold my 93. Then you've got 94. Remember having this. This was the first time I was able to see Spidey's origin. Because the origin was retold all those years ago. We've got 95. He goes over to London because Gwen goes to London. So he goes after her, but once he goes out as Spider-Man, he knows he can't be seen with, can't go after her because she'll put two and two together. Even though at the end that she's with her uncle and she wishes Peter was there. Prayed and hoped that he'd love me enough to come after me. But I guess I was wrong about many things. And then he's thinking as he's getting ready to leave, maybe it's best this way. She never even wrote. She's probably forgotten me. And then the Green Goblin's next. And these, the 96 through 98. These are the famous no comics code covers that the Comics Code of Authority would not approve these because there was drug use and drug implications. And Stan thought it was important enough to do these regardless. Got John Romita again doing the inks on these, which it was Gil Kane, but with John inking them, it sort of gave it that Romita flavor. And again, these books are just immaculate. Number, again, that's the last part there. Number 99, that Spidey stops a prison riot, that they were being mistreated. He went in there to make sure their voices were heard. And then we got issue 100, the 100th anniversary. Such a classic cover. You got to the end of the book. He's got 6 arms. I read this. I was like 9 at the time when this thing came out, and I was like freaking out. What the hell? Spidey's got 6 arms. And that led into 101 with Morbius. Such a clean copy. 102. Big Marvel was doing the 25-cent issues at that time. They had planned to compete with DC, do their big, thicker issues. And unfortunately, it was gone after 1 month because the backlash was so great that fans didn't want to go from paying 15 cents to 25 cents an issue. So they went to 20 cents. Issue 104. So 103 and 104 were actually supposed to be one story. So if you read it and things seem out of sorts, it was supposed to be one big story. And then you've brought the Spider Slayer back with issue 105. You've got a Gil Kane cover on that. Harry is having some off the pills, and he's going through some therapy. Issue 106, that Big Brother has seen that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. 107, Trapped by the Tentacles of Death. Also, this 107 has the jewelry ad in the middle there. This was sold on a military base. 108, Flash Thompson comes back. He's got a Starling Secret. 109, Doctor Strange guest stars. 110, first appearance of the Gibbon. This is the last Stan Lee written issue of Amazing Spider-Man. Romita came on board and penciled this. And the next issue, 111, was written by Jerry Conway. That's the first time Jerry wrote it. He was 19 at the time. That has sold. 112, Spidey cops out. He's had enough. 113, Doc Ock is back. Also 113, first appearance of Hammerhead. So out of the gates, Hammerhead is Jerry Conway's first creation for the Amazing Spider-Man. Got 114, got 115, 116, 17, and 18. These were a retelling of the black and white Spectacular Spider-Man magazine that they recolored and added some new artwork in there and updated it. The dreaded Deadline of Doom had caught up and they decided to do something different. And here again, you've got that jewelry ad in there. There's several of these that have, there it is, there's another one. And it's interesting, they're selling, these are on military bases, but there's ads for lingerie in there. You've got rings, but ads for lingerie as well. And then we got 119 and 120. These are the Hulk, Spidey versus the Hulk issues. Again, classic storyline. And then, I remember getting this copy as a kid. And got to the last part, and it's like, next, the Green Goblin. However, I missed out on 121 and 122. 123 was my next issue. Again, I'm like 10 years old. I open it up. Norman Osborn's dead. Gwen's dead. Man, my world was thrown all over the place. But you've got 121. Death of Gwen Stacy. Snap. And then you've got 122. Death of the Goblin. Very powerful last page there where MJ shows up and Peter just thought that she's being a party girl, but she's there to be that shoulder he needed. And this is, perhaps one of the most powerful pages here. That Spidey was gonna beat the Goblin to death, and he came to his senses. As you can see here, he's just beating him because he's like talking about his goblin glider being destroyed, and he's like, there's a big difference between a fancy gimmick and a human life. Life, you talk to me of life, what worth is there in the paltry existence of one useless female, a simpering, pointless girl who did never more than occupy space while and that's it. That was the breaking point. That's it, Buster. That is it. You're talking about my lady creep, somebody I love. I mean, loved. Do you know what that means? Do you have any idea what that means? And you took her away, filthy, worm-eating scum. And then he comes to his senses. You know, another moment I might have killed him. I might have been like him, a murderer. But the Goblin is controlling the glider, and Spidey is unaware that he's going to use it to impale him. But his spider sense is tingling. Remember when Spider-Man had spider sense? They don't use spider sense anymore in the comics. And he ducks, and the Goblin gets it instead. And this is just so powerful here. So do the proud men die, crucified not on a cross of gold, but on a stake of humble tin. And he's like, he's dead. I thought it would mean more. When a man dies, even a man like the Goblin, it should mean something. It shouldn't be an accident, a stupid, senseless accident. It's got to have a point. So it doesn't mean we just live in vain. Funny, I thought seeing the Goblin die would make me feel better about Gwen. Instead, it just makes me feel empty, washed out, and maybe a little bit more alone. And we didn't realize who that was at first. But Spider-Man is not alone. Though the identity of this shadow observer will remain concealed for some time, the effect of his presence will soon be revealed in our next issue. Powerful. And again, you've got 123. Jameson hires Luke Cage, hero for hire, to go after Spider-Man. Because that was my first exposure to Luke Cage. And he's giving Spidey all he can handle. Until Spidey he's had enough. He's had enough of being somebody's whipping boy. And he talks to him, and they seem to come to senses. I think, that Luke Cage respects Spidey after that. Then we got 124, first appearance of the Man-Wolf, which was Jameson's son, John Jr. 126, the origin of the Man-Wolf. And this was the first Ross Andrew issue. And John Romita inked it, so it was very hard to tell because of Romita's heavy inks. As you see Mary Jane here. that you'd swear that it was just John. That John's inks were very, very heavy, although you saw the page layouts and then you could see some of Ross's work there. Got to 126, The Return of the Kangaroo. And this was not inked by, this was inked by, I believe, Jim Mooney. So Jim Mooney, and this also laid the foundation for the Spider-Mobile also. Guys want to Corona Motors. They want Spidey to make his own vehicle. 127, the Vulture's back, or is he? This ended up being the third Vulture, and then Harry, you can see that it was Harry that was in the shadows and he's losing his mind. Got 128, again with the new Vulture and trying to kill Mary Jane. And Frank Giacola and Dave Hunt did the inks. Dave Hunt passed away recently. And then we've got a couple of copies of Amazing Spider-Man 129, but we're going to stop this video at this point here, and we'll pick up with the 129s if they haven't sold in the next video. But if you've not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell for notification, like Spidey was punching on the Goblin. Be sure to like, comment, and share. Thanks for watching.